first of all, I'm not sure if you're aware of how our nominees are selected. We have a music industry academy, and this consists of everyone from DJs, promoters, retailers, and record company executives, and they decide who the nominees should be. We don't censor this.
Well, perhaps you should.
Well, then do you not go down a slippery slope?
I don't think so, because if I was to dress up as a fascist, as I said before, and start preaching anti-black rhetoric, I'd be locked up, and quite rightly.
Well, can I say there's lots of anti-black rhetoric in some of the tracks that have been nominated in the past?
What, in the mobos?
Of course there are. I mean, first of all...
I don't think so.
Well, first of all, you need to think there's tracks that are anti-women sometimes, and it doesn't mean that we advocate or endorse them.
Well, it does if you put them into the nominations, Kanya, I would have thought.
Well, is it up to us to say, well, we like this particular nominated track, but we don't like this one? I mean, where do you draw the line? You could talk about this gun shooting that's glorified, or there's drugs that are glorified.
You could, and perhaps some people would say it's probably time that those sort of records, or records with those lyrics, the gangster rap and stuff like that, was not given any kind of credibility at all. I mean, you know as well as I do, Kanya, the problems with black guys with their guns.
Well, like black guys and their guns.
Black guys and their guns. Black guys, part of the community seeing a gun as a fashion accessory more than anything else. And because it's glory...
It's not just black guys with guns.
I think you'll find there's a big problem. There's a problem of culture where black guys think it's all right for them. You know this as well as I do.
There's a problem with culture of lots of working class people in poverty who think that guns are a fashion accessory. And
there's no poverty in this country, really, Kanya, is there?
Well, I came from poverty, so I would very much disagree with you.
Well, I mean, you know, I think there's poverty and there's poverty, and I don't think there's any sort of excuse for any kind of behaviour.
Can we get back to the issue? Black, lesbian and gay people are being terrorised and brutalised, and you, the Mobo Awards organisers, are giving a platform to singers who support that terrorisation and who actually sing tracks that want to kill and encourage people to kill gays and lesbians. That is completely and totally irresponsible. If you wanted to, you could say to your Mobo Academy, who you choose, you could tell them, we will not accept any nominations for any singer who incites violence against anyone for any reason. That would be a simple, responsible policy.
Shall I let you know what we did say? We said the Mobo organisation does not condone discrimination or bigotry and would request that the Academy members cast their votes responsibly. That's what we did. We also, first of all, we're also very active in talking to the managers, and a lot of the managers have told us these artists have moved away from these lyrics and in terms of the tracks that they've released in the past. So we got an apology, as you know, from Beanie Man's manager, which didn't seem to be enough. We've also are waiting for apologies from Vybz Kartel's manager and Elephant Man's manager. But are you telling me that if they apologise and saying that they don't reflect those views and they've moved on and they've changed, is that acceptable to you?
No, it wouldn't be acceptable, because all those songs advocating and urging people to go out and kill gays and lesbians are still in circulation. They're still making money out of them. Their murder music is still being sold.
It's a label, isn't it? That's not necessarily always the artist's decision, is it?
Well, the artist can request the company to withdraw those tracks, or the artist and their company can agree to buy up the back catalogue.
Okay, hang on a minute, Peter. I mean, it seems to me that Kanya... Hang on a minute, Kanya. It seems that you are trying to sort of make a move towards Peter and outrage here. It seems that there may well be some sort of coming together of the pair of you. I mean, you obviously don't want the Mobos to be tarred with this kind of homophobic brush, do you?
What I want to do, which is fair and respectful. Can I just add, Peter, do you like hip-hop or reggae music at all?
I do. I love it. And I've got a great collection of reggae artists who don't, incite the murder of gay people, don't disrespect women. So I'm a great fan of black music, and I feel really sad the way in which the liberatory music of the real reggae pioneers like Bob Marley and the Gladiators and Burning Spear has been dragged into the gutter by people like Elephant Man and Vybz Kartel.
Okay. Give me a couple of minutes. Kanya, we'll be back right after these words. Don't go away. We'll be back with Kanya King and Peter Tatchell. The founder of the Mobos is on the phone. Kanya, So where do we go from here? Peter Tatchell wants the people like Vybz, Kartel and Elephant Man and Mr. Beanie and others excluded from your awards ceremony. You're obviously not prepared to do that. But if they were to apologise, Peter, or say that they'd been misguided and they didn't feel this way anymore, would you be happy with that, or you just want them kept out?
Well, what Elephant Man and Vybz Kartel have done in their lyrics is incite the murder of gay people. That is a criminal offence under Jamaican law and under British law. If someone commits a crime, they can't simply say...
So why haven't these people then been arrested if this is a criminal offence?
They are under current investigation by the Metropolitan Police and the Crown Prosecution Service.
Is that right, Kenya?
Exactly. They haven't come to decision on what the conclusion is of that.
Wouldn't it be better then to exclude them until you knew?
So say they're guilty until proven innocent.
Well, I mean, they obviously wrote these lyrics, so I would presume...
Yes, they wrote their past tracks, obviously with regards to the records they released in the past. I mean, for example, Peter Tatchell was quoted as saying he liked Eminem's non-violent stuff. So why isn't it okay for the Nomination Academy to vote for these artists' non-violent music?
No, we said that Eminem should not be at the Brit Awards a few years ago. But we campaigned to get the Brit Awards, not to give Eminem a platform, not to give him an award, precisely for the same reasons. We do not tolerate any lyrics that encourage violence against anyone.
Underground, because not many people knew about that process.
Oh, it was publicised in all the papers, on TV and everything.
Well, if you read hiphop.com and your interview with Q-Boy, your answer was you very much said, well, you know, I like Eminem and I like his non-violent stuff. So I think that's slightly hypocritical to say that the Nomination Academy can't vote for the non-violent.
Okay, Kenny, let me try. Sorry, is somebody sort of not involved one way or the other in this? Let me just try and find out exactly what... I mean, I would have thought that anybody that expressed the sort of lyrics that these two, whether they're current, old, or whatever, wouldn't have been the sort of things any right-minding person, black, white, pink, blue, red, whatever the colour of their skin, would want to be associated with. I don't understand how you're not as disgusted as other people seem to be at the sort of things these guys have written and sung about.
We are, but James, you can't have one rule for one and another rule for someone else. You can't say it's okay for Eminem to perform at the Brit Awards or the Grammy Awards, that's fine. But yet it's not fine for these reggae artists to be nominated for non-violent tracks for the Mobo Awards.
Hang on, Kenya, you are confusing things.
No,
we tried to get Eminem stopped from being nominated for a Brit Award. We tried to get his performance at the Brit Awards stopped. We are entirely consistent. We have fought homophobic singers, black and white, with equal ferocity and with equal vigour. You are now in a position where you could take a moral stand to support black, lesbian and gay people who are being victimised by violence. Instead, let me finish, and then you can have your say. You've decided to side with two singers who want gay people dead against the victims who are being battered and brutalised.
No,
you're supporting the oppressors.
We haven't sided with them at all. Can I just say, you do not every gay rights organisation share your views.
Which ones don't?
Right, well, we've been working very closely with the Black Gay Advisory Committee, and they have said to us that they received an apology from these particular artists. They would be happy with that.
Okay, listen, Kenya, I'm going to take another short break. We'll come back to you. Keep Peter in readiness to reply to that in a moment, but